Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Steam Beyond and Through with Monty. Right before you is Danny Lee. As you know, she has been making a lot of noise the past few weeks based upon statements, a song, and now being dumped. Danny Lee was in a relationship with the rapper DaBaby, and she released a very tacky song called Yellow Bone Is What He Wants. But before I get back to her, I want to let you know the title of this particular video, and it's called When Yellow Bones Are Dumped by Dark Bones. Remember this? Stacey Erwin, the ex of Simone Biles, where he was dumped by a beautiful dark bone. And remember, he got a little salty. It didn't go over well with him. And remember Junior Julies. Or is it Jules? Well, Jules got dumped by a beautiful dark bone. And he got very salty and didn't go over well with him. So what we're going to do is that we're going to examine the mentality and the confidence levels of dark skins and light skins, or dark bones and yellow bones. Now, this is not to put dark skins against light skins. I don't believe in doing that, because at the end of the day, we're all fighting the same system and institution. And that is a system and institution of racism, white supremacy. But I need to bring out something in this particular video. Danny Lee, she was dumped by her chocolate man, as she described him, DaBaby. And she released that song, Yellow Bone Is What He Wants. Well, I think not. He got what he wanted and he moved on. But that particular song caused a lot of flack because it was very offensive. And it was directed at the beautiful dark-skinned mother of his children, which is very tacky right there. I mean, that's bad karma that you're even putting out there. Good karma, you should have just said she's a good mother and leave it at that. Or don't say anything at all. But why release a song called Yellow Bone Is What He Wants? And then going to cry foul that you had no intentions of doing any harm or being offensive. It wasn't like that. You're not a colorist. Blah, 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 blah. And here you are in front of the whole damn world. You ended up getting dumped by a dark bone. You look foolish now. Releasing a song called Yellow Bone Is What He Wants, and he doesn't want you. So look at what you brought upon yourself. People, what did that, ridicule you? I mean, they threw it all back into your face. I mean, people online were giving you hell about that. They were having a good joke with that one. Trolling you online, right? Boy, you must feel very foolish. And I'm sure that regardless of how much you smile, that confidence is into the pits, if you really had any. Jules. He was dumped by Sky Jackson because he said that she cheated. Maybe she did. And I kind of believe that. But if she cheated, I bet she cheated with a dark skin. And he didn't take it too well because he threatened to release a video of them. And then he called her a dark bee, which is very insulting. I don't know the nature of their relationship. If she thought that it wasn't as much as he thought it was. Maybe he thought it was more. I don't know if they were committed. So who really knows? But we do know that taking a videotape and threatening to release it, I think you did release it, right? And calling her out of her name, a dark bee. Now we know that wasn't right. That was very insulting there. And it could have been criminal behavior. But as I've told you once before, this has died down. Notice how you don't hear anything about it. Because Sky Jackson and her mother had a case, and I'm sure they were paid off handsomely. No, nothing else about this, not even a whisper anymore about this case right there. Boy, Jules, you better be thankful that you have a very rich aunt. And here's beautiful Sky Jackson. Yeah, she didn't deserve that, but I'm sure that for that insult, that she got paid very well. Believe that. And remember this right here. Stacey Irving, the ex of Simone Biles. Well, they were together there for a 3-year period. And I guess he thought that being light-skinned, curly hair, that he was a blessing in her life, that she should be glad to have him. Sometimes with mixed people, I do find, not with all, they tend to think that they are more than what they really are. Sometimes they think that their shit doesn't stink. But look how salty he got when he cheated on Simone Biles with this girl right here. Read the bottom. It says, when you find better, you find better. So apparently Simone Biles was at a gymnastics meet someplace. And he was in Florida at a Disney World there, Florida Disney World. And he met her. She works there. So they started some type of communication that was inappropriate. Simone Biles found out about it and dumped him. So then she's free to be with him. He's free to be with her. But he unleashes this. When you find better, you find better. Well, look at him. Simone Biles is like 4'9". Really, he's out of like 5'4", 5'5". No shade to people who are short. I'm just making a statement, though, because you get what I'm trying to say, though. And here he is looking very seriously, not trying to be mean, but I defended him when people were saying that he looks transgendered. Here he is right there looking a little softer than what she does. And not that she looks manly, but really, you're thinking that you're God's gift to her? Or you're some type of a gift? Okay, when you find better, you find better. And Simone did find better. Because the anonymous decision is that this guy is way better than her ex. And I would have to agree. This is her football player boyfriend, Jonathan Owens. Now let me just tell you something. No shade to short people, but he's about 5'11", 6 feet tall. Stacey Irving is every bit of like 5'4", 5'5". Look at this, because Simone is like 4'9". Okay, everything is not in the height, but I do think that people, men and women, prefer them taller. And when you find better, you find better. Look at Jonathan Owens right here. Simone is glowing now. So she found her a dark bone. This is a filter. They're both darker than this right here. You can tell. Lighting filters. Again, lighting filters. But what a very attractive couple. And she seems very happy and content with him. Yes. Sometimes it's good to move on and not to be stagnant and not to settle. Because I think Simone indicated that it was time to move on for the best for the both of us. Here's Jonathan Owens right there. Okay, funny how you have people who think that because they have light skin, that somehow it makes them premium at the top. And they can be very delusional. And what tends to happen is that when they're shown that, they do not react very well. They kind of lash out at the way that Jules did and the way that Stacey did. Now, he has 2 black parents. And just really, to be honest with you, no comparison to Stacey. He's in a completely different league. But Looks are not everything. Let's just hope that he doesn't dog her out and treats her well, because she deserves it. Here they are looking very happy, cozy, and cuddly. Here they go, side by side. And the unanimous decision is that Simone's current, the dark bone, is much better than the red bone or light-skinned guy here. This particular light-skinned guy. So I'm not shading all light-skinned people. I will tell you one thing: if you have this type of mentality where you think that because you have light skin or that you're mixed, that somehow you're better, then I will shade you then. If you're that damn arrogant and conceited, then I will shade you then, because you deserve it. But you keep on believing what you want to believe. You can believe that you're better, but your belief doesn't make it fact. So let's go with this right here, what I want to show you. Beautiful dark-skinned girl. And what I tend to find about dark skins, when they are confident, their confidence is off the chart. Because a lot of their confidence comes from external. It comes from inwardly, as opposed to a lot of red bones whose compliments comes from external, because it comes from people. It comes from people giving them compliments because of their light skin. But a lot of times dark-skinned people have to get it inwardly. They have to rely on themselves, which is a better foundation, I find. And many dark-skinned people have a very tough exterior, because they didn't just turn dark. They've been dark pretty much all their lives. So they had to learn to be happy, to be joyful, to be triumphant, to be victorious in their dark skin, in their dark bones. That confidence is very much, it's amazing. It's like unshakable when they finally get there. For those who have gotten there, it's just a presence that you can just feel with them. And I find many times it's not like an arrogant confidence that many people who are lighter tones can have. It's more like a quiet confidence. Here we have, I wouldn't say she's dark, but obviously she's not red bone. Oh, this might be a little light right here too, though. But a brown-skinned woman, maybe a darker shade of brown, with her natural hair, who had the confidence to work for a 2-year period to raise voter awareness in Georgia, who flipped a state after decades of it being red. She had the confidence to go out there and do that in her dark skin. Here's an actor. Very confident dark-skinned guy. Here's one of our greatest actors. Not just black actors, one of our greatest actors. Very confident dark-skinned man. So people who are dark-skinned had years upon years upon years. We're talking about decades to learn how to navigate through the dark skin and all the ridicule and criticism that it's going to bring from the world, primarily within the black community. And despite of that, they learn to shine, to glow, to be victorious, to be achievers. This is one of the top black models in the world. After Alton Mason, he's number 2. Actually, I should say one of the top models in the world. You ever see him walking on the runway? A very confident man. Beautiful dark skin. Look at that complexion. Just amazing. You cannot get to the top of that particular world lacking confidence, because it shows in your walk. It shows in the pictures. It shows in your presence. You must be confident. Dark-skinned people, many of them, do not lack the confidence that people think. Many of them have a lot of confidence. This is one of our greatest leaders of all time. He was confident. He was very confident to go years and years, beatings, jailings, tortures. At the particular time when he was alive, his approval ratings they were not high. Many people, black and white, did not like him, but he persevered. He marched on and changed America for a better place. He changed America for a better place. And what did he become? An icon, a legend, a symbol of hope and freedom. Viola Davis, one of our greatest actresses, she talks about being dark-skinned, about not feeling pretty. But what happened is that she learned to love herself. She learned to accept herself in her skin. She learned confidence. Now that confidence that she has at the moment is unshakable. And I said at the moment, probably the confidence that she has and she's going to keep for the rest of her life is unshakable. So, a lot of the dark-skinned people are dark bones. They had to develop a true confidence that is not relied on what the world is telling them or how people are accepting them or viewing them. It's that external that had to be developed from within. So a lot of lighter-skinned people, the reason why they lash out is because they are not used to people saying no. They're not used to rejection. They're not used to being second, being third, being fourth, and particularly being that way towards dark-skinned people. Many of them believe that because they have light skin, it's an advantage. But as I have pointed out to you, not if you're male within the black community. Light skin privilege is more so for women than for men. As Stacey found out with the backlash that he received and with millions of people around the world telling him that Simone's current is much better. Yep. And Jules had to find out the hard way. Jules at 15, 16 had to find out that his light skin is not going to be a glue sticker. It's just going to glue someone to him. Somewhere along the line, he was told that his light skin is better for him to lash out and say that dark be dark. Like she should be privileged to have him because he's light. But he found out too, and will continue to find out, light-skinned men within the black community, they do not carry privilege. Not as much as women do. Because men overall tend to have more of the power. Men in the entertainment industry, music industry, all facets of it are men. Black men, particularly dark-skinned ones, tend to be the most colorist. That's why light skin privilege extends to women. Black women are not nearly as colorist as men are. Even when Jews get older, like Stacey, I'm sure that a lot of black women find this type of a look more attractive than Stacey's look, Or you could put him at Jules' age. I'm pretty sure they would find that to be much more appealing. So that's just a little explanation as to why many times when people are light skinned and when they do not get what they want or things do not go their way, how sometimes they tend to lash out or to be very surprised as to the dumping. And then it's just a whole new level in which they have to start from. And start from a realization that your light skin is not everything that you thought it was. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that was another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.